The ancient philosopher Plato tells us that the greatest wealth is to live content with little. A statement that feels almost offensive in a culture addicted to consumption and status. His message isn't comforting, it's confrontational. Plato forces us to face an uncomfortable truth. The problem isn't that we lack enough, but that we desire without limits. The Greek philosopher, renowned for his reflections on ethics, politics, and knowledge, associated a good life not with the accumulation of possessions, but with inner balance, the dominance of reason over desires, and the recognition of what is truly necessary for a fulfilling existence. Let us get straight to the point. You work 40, 50 hours per week to buy things you do not need, to impress people who do not care about you, while your mental health goes downhill. Sound familiar? Plato, a Greek philosopher who lived over 2,000 years ago, already solved this problem. He said something that goes against everything Instagram and TikTok try to sell you. The greatest wealth is not in having much, but in needing little. And no, this is not motivational coach talk. This is pure philosophy, tested by time, that can literally transform your financial and emotional life today. The central question here is simple. Plato argued that true prosperity does not come from the size of your bank account or your car model. It comes from your ability to live well without depending on status, likes, or approval from others. He called this eudaimonia, a state of fullness that cannot be bought in any store. While you chase the next iPhone, the brand sneakers, or the trip that will blow up on social media, you are feeding a vicious cycle that never ends. Because there will always be something newer, more expensive, more desirable. And you will always feel insufficient. Here is the secret nobody tells you. When you learn to distinguish between what really matters and what is just social noise, you gain something money cannot buy: freedom. Freedom to choose how to spend your time. Freedom to say no to external pressures. Freedom to build a life based on real values, not credit card numbers. Plato divided the human mind into three parts: the rationale, the impulsive, and the desirous. When reason commands, desires lose power over you. You stop impulse buying, you stop comparing yourself, and finally you start truly living. How does this philosophy translate into practical action in your daily life? I will show you now. First, you need to understand that living with less does not mean living poorly. It means living better, eliminating the excess that only serves to drain your energy, your money, and your peace of mind. Plato was not preaching poverty. He was attacking emotional dependence on material things. And there is a gigantic difference between these two ideas. Let us move to concrete actions. First action, review your consumption priorities. Ask yourself before each purchase, do I really need this? Or am I buying to fill an emotional void? Am I trying to impress someone? Second action, value time and relationships above objects. Spend an entire afternoon with someone you love without a phone, without distractions. You will realize this brings more satisfaction than any luxury product. Third action, practice brutal self-awareness. Observe your patterns. Which purchases brought you lasting happiness? Probably few. Which gave you only instant pleasure followed by regret? Probably most. Fourth action, seek moderation, not extremes. Plato did not want you to live like a monk on a mountain. He defended balance. Neither excess nor absurd deprivation. Just enough to live with dignity and purpose. Fifth action, identify real needs versus desires manufactured by advertising. Do you need a new phone, or does yours still work perfectly? Do you need that online course, or are you just procrastinating action? Be honest with yourself. The beauty of this approach is that it does not depend on how much you earn. You can earn little and be free. You can earn much and be a slave to your own possessions. What determines your real wealth is not what enters your account, but how much you need to feel complete. Recent studies show a direct relationship between chronic debt and clinical depression. People who live beyond their means to maintain appearances suffer stress levels comparable to serious illnesses. Do you want to continue in this trap? But wait, if this is so obvious, why can almost nobody live like this? What really keeps us trapped in this destructive cycle? What keeps us trapped is simple: fear. Fear of being judged. Fear of appearing failed. Fear of not being enough. And modern society profits billions from this fear. Every advertisement, Every sponsored post, every digital influencer exists to make you feel inadequate, exactly as you are right now. To convince you that you need one more thing to finally be happy. And it is a giant lie. Plato understood this perfectly. He knew the real battle is not against lack of money, but against the tyranny of artificial desires. When you allow your rational part to take control, you can see through manipulation. You realize that designer bag will not make you more loved. That imported car will not make you more respected by people who truly matter. And that expensive trip to Dubai will not cure your sense of existential emptiness. What really matters? Health, genuine relationships, quality time, continuous learning, contributing to something greater than yourself. These things are priceless because they cannot be bought. They need to be cultivated, built, nurtured with attention and care. And the cruel irony is that the more you chase material status, the less time and energy you have to invest in what truly counts. Here is the final truth Plato wanted to teach you. You already have everything you need to be rich. You have the capacity to reason. You have the capacity to choose. You have the capacity to say no to what does not serve and yes to what matters. This is absolute power. This is true freedom, and this does not depend on any external circumstance. It depends only on your decision to stop seeking validation outside and start building peace inside. So what will you choose? Continue in the rat race, pursuing the next shiny thing that promises happiness but delivers only more anxiety? Or will you take a step back, breathe deeply, and completely reevaluate what it means to live well? The answer may seem scary at first because it goes against everything you were taught. But it is the only answer that leads to true prosperity. The kind nobody can take from you. The kind that remains even when markets crash, when fashion changes, when the world goes crazy. It is the wealth of living content with the essential. And this wealth is available to you right now. If this video touched something real inside you, if you felt that click of recognition, become part of this community. Subscribe to the channel because here, we do not sell illusions. We share truths that have worked for millennia. And together, we can build a life worth living, not just photographing. See you in the next video.